Sawadee Krap. Welcome to NBT World's The Fireside. I'm Benjamin Ruchopakan.
And I'm Aom Suphanida Janmoon. Every week we have a fireside chat exploring what's going on in Thailand, diving deep into our latest obsessions.
Okay, so if you've visited Thailand and you didn't have a tropical fruit every single day in one way, shape, or form, did you even really come here, right? In this episode, we want to put you onto Thai fruits, specifically how to get the freshest fruits for the best value, what other ways fruits are enjoyed here in Thai cuisine, Thai dishes, and we'll play a little game of this or that with Thai fruits as well. So a lot of fun to come your way in this episode.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many tropical fruits for you to discover in Thailand, and a lot of them are available year-round. But fruit lovers know that if you want to get the freshest produce for the best prices, you have to buy them in season. So unlike temperate countries, Thailand really only has 3 seasons: hot, rainy, and cool. Not hot, hotter, and hottest like other people might misunderstood. But however, each one comes with its own lineup for peak fruits. If you time your visit just right, you're in for the freshest taste and the best value. Even fruits that grow year-round, like bananas or guavas, tend to be more flavorful, more abundant, and often cheaper during the peak season.
Okay, and with that said, we'll head right into our first season, which is the hot season. And like we said, it's not all year round. It's specifically from mid-February to mid-May is when it gets the most hot. It's why we have Songkran, because we need to cool off. So this isn't just important to start here because of my OCD of going from the beginning of the year to the end, but because it's when the king of fruits makes his entrance. That's right, I'm talking about Durian or Durian. Now, no one is quite sure why it got the moniker of king of fruits. It may have been like because the flesh is kind of golden yellow, or it may have been because of the rind is like a crown. It's like a thorny crown.
Yeah. That's what I think that is the real season of it.
Yeah, it feels very Hmong kind of.
Yeah.
But either way, durian is really divisive. You either love it or you hate it, you know? And I know that for a long time, like throughout my childhood, I would never go near durian, and I never understood people who loved it. But now I get it. Now it's amazing. But yeah, there was one historical account of the popularity of durian, and that comes from French missionary Jacques de Bourges, who was visiting the kingdom of Ayutthaya in 1662. And he actually wrote about his experience enjoying durian. He said, "The flesh is as white as snow, exceeds in delicacy of taste of all our best European fruits, and none of ours can approach it." So a big fan, obviously.
Yeah. And I would say that the feeling that I have towards rain is like love at first sight.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because when I tasted, it feel like it's creamy and it's sweet as well. So when I grow up, I start to like creamier, more creamy and more creamy.
Right.
So the people who like creamy durian is considered the top level of durian lover.
The number one, the original super fan.
Yeah, because the more creamy, the worse smell that it gets.
Oh, right. So you must really love it if you're okay with the smell.
Yeah.
There's something honestly kind of intoxicating after a while. Like you kind of enjoy the smell of it because you know it's connected to such a rich flavor.
Yeah, but if it's in the car, it's too much.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're not having any of it. Like if someone has durian, but they're not sharing it with you, it's like kind of annoyed that like they brought it somewhere. So that's why generally you're not allowed to bring it into the hotel, or you're not allowed to bring it onto trains and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's one famous example of American actress Jessica Chastain sharing durian during her talk show interview with Jimmy Kimmel, and he has such a mixed reaction. Like he hates it for a long time before he's like kind of conceding that it's fine. Yeah, he's more accepting of it, but he still doesn't, he's not super sold on it. So it's really you love it or you hate it. But yeah, it has a rich, creamy sweetness, like you said. Some people say it's custardy. And it has a very nutty base, which is kind of decadent. And the important sort of PSA that we'll give here about durian is that generally you're not supposed to consume it with alcohol. It's not as bad as some people are saying. It's like there's that folklore that it's fatal or something. It's not fatal, but the sulfur in durian that gives it that smell, it can interact with the enzyme that's meant to break down alcohol. So it can kind of interfere with the breakdown of alcohol in your body. So definitely give a little bit of a break between the two if you want to enjoy both.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that the people that have never tried durian before will not be able to imagine the taste of it.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Because they will judge it by judge the book by its cover, durian by its smell, or something like that. So when you have durian, do you eat it by itself, or do you prefer eat it with the sticky rice, or durian chips, or durian ice cream?
I've never had durian chips or like dehydrated durian or anything like that, but I've had it as an ice cream. And that was actually I think it was the second time I ever had it. Yeah. I think I was really young when I had it the first time, and I just didn't appreciate it then. But then when I grew up and then they were serving it, I was in a team meeting or something, and we all went to a restaurant, and I had it at the restaurant as an ice cream, and I felt like I couldn't say no. And I was like, this isn't so bad, actually. As an ice cream, it's not so bad. Maybe because it's too cold to for it to be that smelly. Yeah. So it kind of paya a little bit, kind of eased me into it before, so I don't have to embrace the entire durian smell. But what about you?
For me, I'm not a big fan of processed durian at all. I can eat it, but I don't enjoy it. But what I enjoy the most is peeled durian.
Right.
That's it. Because it's so hard to peel the shell off, to take the shell off.
It seems super, I'll be honest, when Jessica Chastain did it on the talk show and she knifed it herself. Oh, and I was just like, wow, I wish she got someone to peel it for her. Because it is it's kind of tricky because
you need to be skillful. You need to have the skill in order to take the shell off. Yeah. Because I have never done that before in my life.
Yeah,
actually.
Me neither. Actually.
During the hot season from February to May, there's also plenty of mango or mamuang, which is a real crowd pleaser. There are over 200 varieties of mango to enjoy in Thailand. Most people think of sweet yellow mango like nam dok mai, which you would have the dessert dishes like mango sticky rice. However, Thai people also love to have green mango like kiao suwei. Green mango is more sour and has a firm texture that is refreshingly crunchy. Green mangoes can be found in more savory dishes like mango salad and are often enjoyed with chili and sugar. Do you prefer yellow mango or green mango, Ben?
I think that yellow mango is very accessible. I think it's kind of an easy fruit to have, but I think kiao suwei is actually more interesting to have and nibble on, because if you let it get really ripe, then it has both. It has a bit of the tanginess on the edge, closer to the rind, and it's also sweet towards the middle. So I think it's the best of both worlds. If you let kiao suwei ripen. What about you?
I'm a big fan of juicy fruits, so you can guess what I'm gonna choose. So I'm gonna choose nam dok mai or yellow mango. It's juicier, it's sweeter as well. As a sweet person, I prefer this one.
You're all about sweetest, the creamiest. You're a maximalist.
And juicy. I like that kind of fruits in Thailand, especially.
Gotcha. So other fruits that are worth sampling in the hot season are rambutan or ngo and lychee, which in Thai is linchi, so super close. I actually keep on calling it linchi because that's how I was first introduced to the fruit, is in Thai. So it's super unnatural for me to say lychee. But anyways, anyone who has for anyone who has never tried rambutan or ngok before, it's kind of superficially similar to lychee in terms of the way it looks and the way the fruit, the flesh of the fruit looks itself. It has a red outer shell and a white flesh. But rambutans tend to be, they're bigger. The shells also have like a fuzzier, hairy kind of appearance. And the fruit is very delicately sweet. I don't think it's very obviously sweet. Whereas lychee can be sweet and tangy, and it has a bit of a floral kind of smell that is used in a lot of different things, right? So lychee is very versatile. You'll see it in drinks and cocktails, sorbets, and different desserts, as well as some people will use it in kind of some curries as well. Rambutan is generally enjoyed by itself, in big, you buy a bunch of them and then just like have fun peeling them. Or they're also preserved in syrup, which is called loy gao.
Yeah.
Is when you preserve stuff in syrup. It's an easy way to keep it edible outside the season.
So I would say lychee is definitely more versatile, but rambutan is more rewarding to eat by itself. Which one do you prefer?
I think lychee. I think lychee is a lot more. I love that balance, I think, between sweet and sour. And rambutan is kind of just sweet. It's I don't really get much sour rambutan really. And also I don't like the skin that comes off the seed when you eat it. If it's already peeled for me, I'll enjoy it no matter what.
Yeah, I would say the same. So if I have to choose, I just choose something that easier to peel it off. And but for the flavor, if I have to choose by the flavor, if they both are peeled for me already, I would say rambutan is sweeter. So now it's time for the rainy season. From mid-May to mid-October, this is when the king of fruits make way for the queen, which is mangosteen or mangkut. So the mangosteen fruit is covered by a dark purple rind and has a white juicy flesh that is both sweet and tangy. Similar to the mandarin orange, the mangosteen has several segments, some of which have a single large seed inside. According to the traditional Thai medicine, mangosteen is considered a cooling fruit, which is perfect for balancing out the heat of durian. This is like the relationship. They are considered like king and the queen, and also hot and cool to like be balanced as well, like a good relationship. According to modern medicine, mangosteen also contains several antioxidants such as vitamin C, manganese, and xanthones, which are a unique plant compound known to have strong antioxidant properties. So like other fruits, mangosteen can be found in sweet treats like sorbets and smoothies, or in savory Thai dishes like salads and curries. So between the king and the queen of fruits, which one do you prefer?
I'll be honest, like I'm not a huge fan of mangosteen because sometimes, I tend to like have it as is, and the skin and the rind is very difficult to get through. Like they leave your hands really kind of messy, and some of them, like I've been burned a few different times with bad mangosteen I'll go through like 10 mangosteen that are really good, and then the 11th one will be like gross inside, or like it will be past its due date or whatever. And so I think that keeps on burning me so many times that I'm like, I don't know about mangosteen. But if I had to pick between mangosteen and durian, I think durian. I think I prefer durian, even though the smell...
Even you don't like the durian that much, you still choose durian over mango?
Yeah. I prefer the king over the queen, unfortunately.
So,
no offense to the queens in our audience.
Yeah, the mangosteen for me, it's a shame that it cannot take the seed out at all. There is no way to take the seed out at all.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's so hard to make juice with mangosteen. It's so hard to they can peel the skin out, but they cannot take the seed out. So it's for a lazy person like me. It's so like I cannot find the opportunity to eat it that often.
It's not like durian where there's so much flesh that the seed kind of doesn't matter. And you can't separate the seed of the durian away from the flesh of the durian.
Oh, yeah.
But like the mangosteen, like you kind of have to keep spitting it out and it's just not,
Yeah,
you know. We're real royals here.
Not very luxury way to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So there's another star of the rainy season, and it's definitely the star in my heart, is the pomelo, the som-o, which is Thailand's giant citrus fruit with a sour, slightly bitter edge. It's like a grapefruit, right? So in Thailand, there's several commercial varieties of pomelo, but if you look purely at the fruit flesh itself, there's like just a few different colors. So we have pale yellow, which you'll get varieties like khao yai, and pink at the edge. There's like yellow to pink, where you get like tong di, and finally there's red, and it's a deep, rich red. And the most famous variety in Thailand is the Siamese ruby or Taptim Siam. So in my book, this is a top tier fruit. This is an S tier fruit because it's citrusy, it's sweet, it's accessible, and there's a lot of fruit flesh. There's a good yield per fruit. So, and I could eat it all day. I think it's also so versatile. Like I like fruits that can be used in a lot of different ways. It's a great juice. It's a great cocktail ingredient. It works as a spicy salad, like a yam som-o. And also, there's this really sort of delicate dish called miang som-o, which is like leaf wrapped appetizers.
I really like som-o or pomelo as well. So there's a lot more fruits that are available during the monsoon, but we'll wrap up this season with longan or lamyai and langsat or longgong. On the outside, they look almost identical. However, longan has a single piece of white, translucent flesh that wraps around the black seed, similar to lychee. Longan is described to have more earthy, sweet taste. Meanwhile, the langsat fruit is segmented like an orange or mangosteen. It has a more tart and acidic flavor that's described as a mix between a lychee and pomelo. So do you have a preference between longan and langsat?
I definitely you'll see a recurring theme with me that we're like two different fruit lovers. I'm definitely someone who loves a bit more tanginess, a bit more sour in my fruit. So it's got to be langsat for me. What about you?
Of course, lamyai or longan.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's as you described.
Because you're a sweet person.
Of course.
So you keep telling me.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, you have your moments. You're sweet sometimes.
So yeah, it's more earthy and sweet taste. So I would prefer longan or lamyai. It's good that we have the balanced preference
We'll
as
never
well
fight.
on screen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
In the same sort of fruit buffet, we won't fight over the same fruits. So now we're finally in the cool season. It's super refreshing, but short, sadly, and it's the best time of year to visit Thailand. It's from mid-November to February usually, and the weather can be super mild, so you can enjoy all the beaches, you can enjoy all the active kind of adventure tourism as well, like hiking and stuff like that. So first of all, we have rose apples, which are known in Thai as chompu.
Love it.
Yeah, this is the first Thai fruit on our list that doesn't actually have a skin or a rind. So it's super easy. You just pick up and go.
I would say that I eat rose apple a lot, the most often year round.
Oh, right.
Because of this reason.
You can eat it just like an apple. It's shaped a bit more like a pear, and it has like 4 butt cheeks at the bottom, or like a bell. That would be better. So it's a real cheeked up fruit. But that butt part tends to get cut off when you slice it into pieces. And it's called a rose apple because of a faintly rose-like fragrance that you get. And there's a crisp apple crunch when you bite into it as well. The flesh itself is kind of spongy in texture, and it has a really kind of watermelon mildness to it.
Yeah.
Not too
It's
sweet.
watery.
Yeah,
Juicy.
it's kind of watery. Yeah. So it's really unlike anything on this list.
Yeah, you talked my fruit because it's sweet and juicy, like what I like. But I'm gonna talk your fruit. I'm gonna tell people about your style of fruit, which is quite sour. This is sour
Yeah.
or passion fruit. During the cool season, we get to enjoy another really unique fruit called passion fruit or sourwood. It has a thick rind that ripens into a reddish purple color depending on the variety. One thing you notice when you pick it up is how surprisingly like it feels. The passion fruit isn't fleshy like a pomelo or starchy like an apple. It's full of juicy edible seeds that you have to scoop out with a spoon. I would describe the flavor as extremely tart, so it's definitely a passionate flavor, I would say. Passion fruit tends to be used in any recipe calling for a sharp, tangy ingredient.
I think you're right on the money with this. I do actually like passion fruit. I can't have too many in one sitting because it is very tart. It is a very kind of extreme flavor.
Yeah.
But I used to love it all the time. And actually, my granddad is from Chumpon. And he had a passion fruit orchard as well. So we would go there all the time. And at first, it was really hard to get into.
Yeah.
But over time, you do develop a taste for it.
Yeah, I love it too. But for the way that I usually eat it is to put a little bit of salt in there and just spoon.
Oh, I wish yeah, I'm drooling a little bit. That sounds so good, actually.
Yeah.
I've never had it that way, and I definitely want to try now.
It's my recommendation for people who don't like a sour flavor that much. You can put this salt in it.
A bit of salt,
and
yeah.
spoon it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I actually didn't know it was called sawarot for the longest time. I thought it was called gatokrok because that's what my granddad would always call it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he would call it gatokrok, and I guess it's like a southern word for it. Or like some Thai people think it's like different actually. Like the sawarot is different from a gatokrok. But yeah, so the whole time, whenever I'd order something like a passion fruit smoothie, I would say, I'll call gatokrok. And I would get like weird looks. I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Have you ever heard about this word, gatogrok? If you have heard about this, you can comment and share this with us.
Yeah. So, of course, the cool season has a lot of different fruits actually. But some of them are pretty self-explanatory, like a guava or a falang. That's usually available all year round, but the best value, like this whole episode is about getting the best value, the best yield, the freshest fruit. The best value is during the cool season for falang. Now, generally, guava is enjoyed with a bit of chili sugar. I love having it a little bit, just to give it some complexity. And I actually like guava when it's a bit soft, it's a bit overripe. And that's when it gets the sweetest flavor as well.
Yeah.
And then there's also oranges and mandarins, which, again, everyone knows what those are. But in Thailand, you may not know that they're both the same word. We call them all som, right? But when Thai people say the word som, they tend to mean mandarins or tangerines, like som kyeowan, where they have like a green outer shell, even when it's fully ripe. And it's an easy to peel skin that and easy segments to like eat on their own.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, we have tamarind or makam. For those who don't know, the tamarind is a kind of legume that grows in long pods, similar to green peas. However, the pods are brown and brittle with a branch running through the fruit. The fruit can have a very sticky texture as well, like a date with a bit more acidity. Tamarinds are wonderfully versatile in Thai cuisine and are used in everything from sour curry to pad Thai. So sour curry is gang som and pad Thai, you know it. And also son-in-law eggs like or kai luk khoi. But be careful not to have too much because they are known as a natural laxative.
Yes. So actually, if you're constipated, go ahead and have as much as you need. Tamarinds are great. I would say that they're so tricky to peel though. They're so tricky to like, and they're so messy, and they just leave a mess when you like take it apart. That's the only bad thing about tamarinds, but actually the flavor is so nice.
Yeah.
So now that we've come through all the different seasons, we shared all these different fruits, it's time to play this or that. Now let's get a camera on right now. Can we get camera 1?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This or that. Tamarind or orange?
Orange.
Orange or guava?
Guava.
Guava or langsat?
Langsat.
Langsat or longan?
Longan.
Wow, you like these are getting better and better. Okay, longan or pomelo?
Pomelo.
Oh, right. Pomelo or lychee?
Pomelo.
Pomelo or rambutan?
Rambutan.
These are hard decisions. Rambutan or mango?
Rambutan.
Okay, rambutan or mangosteen?
Rambutan.
Rambutan or durian?
Durian.
Woo! Durian is the king, is the champion. It's beating all of them. Okay, camera on me now. All right.
Okay, I would say in Thai. First, มะขาม and ส้ม
Som.
ส้ม and ฝรั่ง
Falang.
ฝรั่ง and ชมพู่
Falang.
ฝรั่ง and ลองกอง
Gosh, I'm confused again. Langsat.
โอเค ลองกอง and ลำไย
Longkong.
ลองกอง and ส้มโอ
Somo.
ส้มโอ and มังคุด
Somo.
ส้มโอ and ลิ้นจี่
Somo.
ส้มโอ and เงาะ
Somo.
ว้าวส้มโอ and มะม่วง
No, Somo.
ส้มโอ and ทุเรียน
I'm sorry, Somo. Somo. I'm sorry. I should have put it like later in my list, but Somo is so good for me.
And now we are going to turn it over to our audience. What's your favorite fruit? And which season are you looking forward to enjoying fruits in Thailand?
Let us know in the comment section of NBT World's online channels. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!